22-year-old Meta Justin from the Democratic Republic of Congo was already living a hard life in one of Uganda's refugee settlements. When the Ugandan government announced measures last year to control the spread of COVID-19, life got even harder. With little or no work available to locals, Meta, who previously survived on casual labor outside the settlement, had no income to supplement the aid his family was given. For Meta, who lived with 5 siblings and a jobless father, it was the hunger that almost got him to take his life.
We slept 2 times without 2 days without eating food. We're just surviving on just porridge, bit of porridge, which sustained us for the bit of moments. And we really, I really, by then I was like, if it's like this, which means it's useless for me to stay in this world.
Mamoru Jackson, a refugee from South Sudan, says it was the lack of human interaction that pushed him to the wall. Having fled to Uganda with a younger brother, leaving his parents in South Sudan, Mamoru wasn't ready to assume the role of a parent.
Actually, that thought came into my mind.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm alone in this world. And also the work at the home, because I was the only elder person, the other brother of mine is still very young. I feel overwhelmed.
Malay Ali, a psychologist and counselor, says both Justin's and Jackson's conditions were deepened due to the thought of not being cared for after separation from family. He outlines the underlying issues.
Parental abuse, poverty, those who have been stricken, then those who are traumatized, especially those who faced violence, exchange of bullets. Now, like for the refugee dwellers, that they really had a lot of post-traumatic stress that was now facing them, transitioning them to another stage of contemplating suicide.
Psychologists say the contemplation of suicide takes place in stages. These include losing hope, planning on how to end their lives by either using an overdose, poison, ropes, or falling from high elevations, and finally accomplishing the act. It is at the second stage that psychologists say people at risk must get the attention they need to prevent them going through with suicide.
Illnesses, for example, like depression, in African cultures are not recognized as mental illnesses. So I think there's a need for people to understand that. I mean, if you see a relative, for example, talking of suicide, don't take it lightly. I mean, the person probably is already entertaining those ideas.
Some signs psychiatrists say one should look out for are withdrawal, crying, self-isolation, loss of interest in formerly pleasurable activities, and lack of sleep. Halima Athumani for VA News, Kampala, Uganda.